Hey community, I hope this finds you well. Today I wanted to briefly share with you 3 tips that I have for reading a topo map. Tip number 1, first and foremost, learn about contour lines. That's going to be your primary and most useful feature to understand. You want to learn what they are, how to identify them, and what they mean. So contour lines indicate elevation, but it's the spacing between them that really gives you a sense of the terrain you're traveling, for example. So the bottom line is contour lines indicate the terrain's steepness. So tip number 2, know that when contour lines are spaced close together, that indicates a steep change in elevation. So whether that's possibly rising up to a mountain or a cliff. It could be a cliff side or something more vertical that may or may not be passable, depending on the map you're using and your experience with that area. Whereas when contour lines are spaced further apart, it means the landscape is much more gently sloping and likely a good way to pass. So valleys will have spaced out contour lines, saddles in between mountain peaks will have more spaced out contour lines, and those are usually what you want to aim for as far as like crossing a mountain pass or something where you're not really sure how rugged the terrain may be. So tip number 3, know how to identify your index contour lines. So these are typically every 5th-ish contour line on most topo maps, although that does depend on what kind of map you're using. At some point along that line, you're going along that contour line, which is called your index line, you're actually going to get a written elevation, written out in feet here in the US. I'm not sure if it's written in meters, possibly in other countries, most likely. But this provides a good indication of the elevation that you're at or the elevation that you're headed to. And so it kind of gives you an idea of what's to come. So to quickly recap, 3 tips for reading a topo map. First and foremost, learn about contour lines, what they are, how to identify them, and what they mean. Bottom line, contour lines indicate the steepness of the terrain. So when contour lines are close together, that indicates a steep change in elevation, whereas when they're spaced further apart, it indicates more gently sloping terrain. And finally, know how to identify your index contour lines. So these are going to be about every 5th line on a typical topo map, and they're going to actually have the elevation written on there at some point along that line. So that's a great indicator of the elevation that you're at and or the elevation yet to come. So hopefully you guys found these useful and you get out and do some hiking this week. I'll see y'all next time.
Hey guys, it's Amanda. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to hiking and backpacking, I just wanted to recommend that you check out our Adventure Academy Summit, where you'll find everything you need to know to learn how to become a safe and confident hiker. In Summit, we have tons of video courses, ebooks, and downloadable cheat sheets. We also do weekly live webinars where you can get any questions that you might have on a variety of subjects answered in real time. Summit also comes with a really convenient mobile app, which includes sort of a mini Facebook for all of its members built into the platform. So you can connect with other adventure junkies in your area at your convenience. It's really cool. If you want to give it a chance, check it out and go to the adventurejunkies.com/academy or click the link in the description below. I look forward to seeing you in Summit.